The woman worked as a model, yet her appearance was disturbingly strange. Even so, she was cast in a role. Before they even reached the filming location, she suddenly burst into loud laughter inside the car. The sound was sharp and hollow, quickly making everyone around her uneasy. After arriving on set, her scenes hadn't begun yet. She sat alone off to the side, staring intensely at the man playing the male lead. The pressure of her gaze made him increasingly uncomfortable. He stood up and left the set, hoping a short walk would calm him down. But the moment he entered the woods, his sense of unease spiked. When he turned around, he realized something was wrong. The woman was standing right behind him. Terrified, the man spun around and ran. The woman immediately chased after him. Using trees to block her line of sight, he fled desperately through the forest, eventually stumbling back onto the set in disgrace. He begged the director to leave at once, before the woman returned. But the director insisted that abandoning her alone wouldn't be appropriate. Before he could finish speaking, the woman suddenly appeared among them. After one scene wrapped, the director praised the lead actress's performance. The model, however, grew increasingly agitated, repeatedly asking why her own scene still hadn't started. The director tried to reassure her, saying her turn would come soon. Behind the scenes, the crew began to hesitate, wondering whether they should drop her altogether. Yet even the director feared that abandoning her might bring serious consequences. At that moment, a man wearing glasses ran over in a panic. In terror, he told them that the lead actress had been eaten by that woman. The claim sounded utterly absurd, but judging by his twisted expression, his fear didn't seem fake. The group decided to check together. They followed the man deep into the forest. At first, they found nothing. Then someone noticed blood on the ground. The deeper they went, the thicker the bloodstains became. Just then, the supermodel slowly emerged. Everyone broke down on the spot and ran for their lives, but one companion was quickly caught. The man witnessed the brutal scene, then tripped over a branch while fleeing. The others escaped without hesitation, and he, too, met his end. Rumi and Shimada visited their teacher's office to see his latest completed work. The teacher had recently become obsessed with a form of art, headless sculptures, but only days later, the teacher was found dead in his office, his head missing. After school, Rumi found Shimada and asked why he had skipped class, then told him about the teacher's death. Shimada wore a mask and behaved strangely. He even claimed, unnervingly, that the teacher was actually still alive. After some hesitation, Rumi followed Shimada back to the teacher's office, where multiple sculptures once stood. Only one remained. Then, a stench of decay filled the air. Suddenly, Shimada locked the door, walked to the window, and removed his mask with his back to Rumi. He spoke, yet his body didn't move at all. In the next instant, the teacher's head was suddenly mounted on the sculpture. Rumi screamed in horror. Shimada removed the head and slammed it hard onto the floor. Then he stared at Rumi obsessively. In sheer terror, Rumi slapped him across the face. To her shock, the head fell straight off. Shimada's body slowly advanced toward her. Rumi backed away step by step, until she was pressed against the wall. She grabbed a chair and smashed it into Shimada, only to find that nothing remained on the floor but shattered pieces of sculpture. It turned out that, from the moment it first saw the headless sculptures, one of them had become obsessively infatuated with Rumi.